Holograms are definitely my favorite challenge in Wuthering Waves. Like many other players, I came to this game exactly 1 year ago, looking for an alternative to Genshin Impact with more fun and challenging combat. I liked the game since the beginning, but it was when I fought my first hologram that I thought, okay, this is what I came for. For anyone not familiar with the game, holograms are updated versions of world and weekly bosses with additional moves and gimmicks that make them harder, in addition to dealing very high damage or even one-shots. The first weeks after release, trying to beat the highest difficulty holograms with only my level 70 dungeon and making it just in time have been the most fun I had with a video game in a long time. It's been a year since then, we are level 90 now and got a whole roster of cool and strong characters. And that's basically the point of a gacha game, but it kind of defeats the purpose of holograms. If I play a meta team with a few sequences against the newest hologram, she dies so fast that she barely gets to attack me. Luckily, if we remove our teammates and fight using only one character, holograms can still be quite challenging, especially the newer ones from Rinascita that have boosted HP. That's why today, as my first anniversary special, I'm using Spectro Rover, the very first character that Day 1 players got a year ago, to solo all Rinascita holograms back to back, meaning that the moment I beat one, I have to start the next one immediately, and if I die against any of them, I have to start again from the first one. This challenge doesn't include Fallacy because this boss has insane Spectro resistance and it's impossible to do with Spectro Rover. Other than that, all Rinascita holograms up to version 2.3 will be here. Pretty hard challenge, but we have a very strong weapon for it. One of the best main characters seen in a gacha game. This guy or girl, depending on your account, can solo holograms, can solo tower floors in time. It's a really good character, not too far from the level of a limited 5-star. So let's start with the challenge, and I want to talk a bit about a few things I found out while doing it. You're only gonna see the final result, but this took a lot of retries to get right. And most of the retries were here. The first meteor rain from the dragon is really hard to dodge for me. I'm still not sure how it works because the game puts you in slow motion during this move and the timing gets really weird. If I manage to dodge the first meteor, I can dodge counter the next ones easily, but getting the first dodge is pretty hard. And that move is the whole reason I start with this boss. I don't want to do the other 4 and randomly die to the meteor rain. The rest of this fight is pretty straightforward when you know the moveset.
The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. The end has come. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Strike from the shadows. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness.
He skips the transition here, where he goes flying and shooting projectiles. This is rare, but it happens sometimes. I'm not sure how to make it happen, maybe dealing a certain amount of damage before he flies away. My screen is gonna freeze for a few seconds now, I'm sorry about that. I was lucky that this happened during the stagger, or I would have died. My PC just cannot handle this game anymore. I ordered a new one though, but it's shipping. Didn't make it in time for this video.
Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. The hour is upon us.
He's doing the meteor rain again, but I don't go for those counters this time, I don't wanna die. In phase 2 you can parry those moves using a dodge counter with Spectro Rover, which is pretty safe and looks cool. This move is tricky because this swipe is usually delayed during the rest of the fight, but now it's not. You have to look at his HP, and if it's really low, he won't delay the swipe, and will start this combo attack right after.
No hesitation. Moment of resonance.
With the dragon dead, I enter Fleurdelys, and we are gonna do a little cheese here. So this boss will transition to phase 2 at around 70% HP, only if you have not done enough parries. Enough is like 4 or 5. So for the cheese, you need 3 things. First, good RNG, because if you get bad RNG, she may not do parry attacks at all. Second, you need to not fail the parries, of course. And third, after you parry her 4 or 5 times, you wanna start dodging her parries instead. Because after you stagger her, she will move to phase 2. But if you stop parrying, you can delay that by a lot.
Divine grace.
No hesitation.
Divine grace.
You can see that I'm avoiding the parry on purpose here. Phase 2, besides being harder, you get a lot less openings to hit the boss. So if that's giving you trouble, you can skip it with this cheese. I didn't want to cheese this much actually, I wanted to show some of the phase 2 attacks in the video, and ended up skipping it completely, but at least I can use this footage to show you how to skip phase 2.
Hopefully this helps. Strike from the shadows. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. I sense you're weak. Hopefully this helps. The end has come. No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. I sense your weakness. Strike from the shadows. I sense your weakness. Hopefully this moment of resonance. No hesitation. Strike from the shadows. The end has come. No hesitation.
This is the transition into phase 2. For the transition it's always 2 dodges and 1 dodge counter, except when she moves back like that, it's 3 dodges and 1 dodge counter, then back to 2 dodges and 1 dodge counter. You can try to squeeze some more dodge counters in between, but it's pretty risky, those hitboxes go crazy. Here you look above her head, when you see the light you can dodge. That finishes the transition move, and now she's gonna repeat it, phase 2 completely skipped.
weakness. Hopefully this helps.
The purge has come.
Strike from the shadows. Moment of resonance.
Now I'm doing some random jumps while waiting for my liberation cooldown to end because I wanna use it at the start of Hecate fight. This is a no-hit run so far, but Hecate is gonna end that. This is probably the hardest boss. I go for the dragon first because of the meteor rain, and then Fleurdelys because she's new and I didn't play her that much, but I think this one is harder, especially phase 1. She has a lot of really fast moves.
I sense your weakness. Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. Strike from the shadows. I sense your weakness.
Here I'm gonna take the first hit. This caught me super off guard. I should note that her moving backwards means that attack is coming, but it's really fast.
No hesitation. Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. No hesitation.
For this one, always dodge immediately after trying to parry. See, I failed that one, but it's okay because I dodged right after. Here comes another cool cheese I found. Her spin is very risky to dodge counter, but you can jump, plunge, cancel your plunge at the highest point with your grapple, and that gives you enough airtime to avoid the spin, then you can land and dodge the last delayed hit. That happened really fast, but we're gonna see it again in a few seconds.
Break. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness.
This move looks super scary, but it's only look at the lasers and dodge when they shine.
Strike from the shadows. No hesitation.
At this point I was getting super nervous and failed that really bad. I was lucky that happened exactly about 2 minutes because that's when the passive from these fights start draining your HP and leaving you at 1 hit KO range.
The end has come. I sense your hopefully this helps. Strike from the shadows. I sense your weakness. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Break. Hopefully this helps.
With Hecate dead, I moved to Sentry, one of my favorite holograms. This was the first time I got past Hecate during this challenge, so nerves start kicking in.
Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness.
For this move, after the third hit, you can place on his back and get a free DPS window while he's shooting forward.
Strike through the shadows.
Rover is not that great for this fight, he cannot hit Sentry while he's flying there and have to wait. Some characters like Dancing can do it.
Sounds come forth. Hopefully the hour is upon us.
You can stop his shield faster if you run through it, but I like to do it like this because I wanna give him some time to recharge his stagger bar. After the stagger, I think he's more likely to do the long flying move, that's why I try to avoid it. He did it anyway, near the end.
Moment of resonance.
Here is another grapple cheese to avoid the machine gun.
Strike through the shadow. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. Strike through the shadows. The end has come. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation.
Wait for the circle to light up. There. Now there is a move that he never uses until the end of the fight, and I completely forgot it existed. You see this crazy camera shake? It's me realizing he was doing that move, and I had no idea what to do. That was 100% one shot, especially after the 2 minutes AP drain. Somehow I still managed to dodge it and finish the fight no hit. Now we move to Lorelei. She's probably the easiest hologram to solo. If you have never done a hologram solo and wanna try it, go for Lorelei. This is because she doesn't start phase 2 until you stagger her, and she doesn't have any parry moves, so if you're solo it's impossible to stagger. And for phase 1 she's spamming the same 4 moves in loop, so you only need to learn 4 moves to solo her. She's even giving you this free DPS window when she sits like this. Anyways, for me, after killing 4 other holograms and knowing this was the last one, the fight was definitely not easy. I fight holograms a lot, but never try to do 5 in a row. And this was my first time getting past Hecate and past Sentry. Now it was only Lorelei left to finish the challenge and nerves were killing me. You're gonna see a lot more camera shakes until the end.
house. I sense your weakness. No hesitation. Moment of resonance. I'll fill this house. Strike through the shadows. I sense your weakness. The end has come. No hesitation. Strike through the shadows. Hopefully this house. I sense your weakness. No hesitation. The hour is upon us. Hopefully this house. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness. Hopefully this house. Strike and shut. The end has come.
Despite all the shaking, I managed to beat Lorelei, completing the 5 Rinascita holograms back to back with Spectro Rover. Before finishing the video, I wanna take a moment to say thank you for your amazing support on my previous video, the tower clearing 9 day stuff. I'm glad you liked it and will try my best to keep bringing similar content in the future. I'm leaving with my Rover build in case you wanna see it. It's good but nothing too crazy. Rank 1 sword from permanent banner, double crit on all echoes and a few attack rolls. And that's it for today's video. Happy anniversary, happy Chacona, Cartetilla or Lupa pulling. Thank you so much for watching today and I hope to see you soon.
Everything is in slow motion when I look into your